What up gamers, I'm Jason and today on Dice & Dragons I'm going to be reviewing an expansion for Disney Sorcerer's Arena published by the boardgames and designed by Scott Fletcher. This is the Thrills and Chills expansion, which will be adding 3 new characters to the game. You'll be getting Mother Gothel from Tangled, the Horned King from the Black Cauldron, and Jack Skellington from the Nightmare Before Christmas. Disney Sorcerer's Arena is a game for 2 players, where each side will have a team of heroes and villains. You can mix them together. You're going to be battling to get victory points by controlling different zones on the map, as well as defeating your opponent's characters. If your character is defeated, they will have the ability to respawn, but once you defeat a character, you will be getting a whole bunch of victory points. Now, there may be some other things that give you victory points as well, depending on the characters that you're playing. The game has been changing up with every new expansion. So I think I've talked enough about the game. If you're wondering why I don't have the game set up in front of me, well, I did play this on live stream with Mr. Al Gaming. You'll be able to find a link down below in the video description, and there'll be a card popping up here. And once again, at the end of the video, so you can see me playing these characters and how it went. Did I win? Did I lose? You'll definitely want to check out the stream. On that note, I think I've talked enough about the game, so I'm going to be coming back at you with the components in just a moment. Now take a quick look at the components for Disney Sorcerer's Arena Epic Alliances. So we have the 3 characters, Jack Skellington, the Horned King, Mother Gothel. Jack's ability is to discard a card from your hand, and you can move a status counter from a status effect on one character to a status effect token on one of the character's allies. So drain somebody, drain one of yours to help out one of your allies. The Horned King, he may move one allied cauldron up to 2 spaces, and his constant ability, and this applies no matter what, not just if it's the Horned King, you as a player, whenever you gain a victory point, if you got 2 or fewer of the Cauldron Born, you are then able to spawn another one. With Mother Gothel, you've got Mother Knows Best. You get to reveal a card from the top of your opponent's deck, and if it's someone that is adjacent to Mother Gothel, she will gain Stealthy. Now, each character has a powered up side, which I'll let you discover on your own. So there'll be certain things that happen immediately or will be ongoing. Other than that, your ability will stay the same. You've got the character tokens for the initiative lineup right here, so you can see their health as well as their victory points. Let's take a look at their miniatures. Well, acrylic standees, they look really good. So we've got Jack Skellington here. We'll just take a look at some of his cards quickly. Scary Face, which is 1 adjacent rival gains 2 afraid, and deal 2 damage to 1 rival within range 2 that has at least 1 status effect on them. Some pretty cool stuff. What's this? Move up to 4 spaces. Range 2 will deal 2 damage to a rival. That rival gains 2 afraid. So you got a few different things that you can do. Now, we're not going to go through all the cards. That would just take way too long. So here we've got the acrylic standee for the Horned King. You've got his initiative token. See some of the stuff he can do. This is a move or attack. Move it to 2 spaces. Deal 1 damage up to 1 adjacent rival. Then you may move up to 1 allied cauldron born up to 2 spaces. And then they deal 1 damage up to 1 rival adjacent to them. You can spawn some more cauldron born. Ariel has arrived is a pretty cool one. 1 allied cauldron born of your choice deals 3 damage to 1 rival adjacent to them. If the rival is upgraded, you may flip their character ability over. So get rid of players' upgrades. So lots of different things you can do. Jack's causing trouble. One of his cards got into the Horned King's deck. And here we've got Mother Gothel. So we've got her token. Here's her miniature. Well, acrylic standee, call them minis. So we've got her abilities. Exert control, deal 3 damage to an adjacent rival, deal 1 damage to each princess character in the arena. Mother Gothel recovers 1 health for each character dealt damage this way. Pretty cool. Sinister Schemes. Mother Gothel is stealthy, ignore all status effects, and deal 4 damage. If she does not have stealthy, she gains 1 stealthy and deals 3. She got some movement cards. The stiletto, you get to choose 1. Deal 3 damage to an adjacent rival and draw a card. I'll deal 2 damage to an adjacent rival. Get rid of status effect. So she's got some really cool stuff that she can do. Deft manipulation, move up to 2 spaces. Then you can move a rival up to 2 spaces as well. Some very cool stuff. Really enjoyed playing her character. So there you have it. We've taken a look at the components. Now keep it right here as I'll be coming back at you with my review of this expansion. So there I am packing everything away, and I realized I neglected to showcase two of the new components. So we do have the new Afraid status effect. Now I'm not showing the other status effects because they are all identical to things that you already have. So there you have it, double-sided like all the other ones. And then we have the new Cauldron-born tokens, which have a red and a blue side, meaning that whatever team the Horn King is on, you're able to make sure that they match, and it is clearly depicted whose team they're on. Now I think it's fairly straightforward because they work with the Horn King, but it's an added plus for anyone that may be having some confusion. So there you have it. He's taking a look now at all the components. And for real, this time we'll be back in a flash with my review. So what did I think of the Thrills and Chills expansion for Disney Sorcerer's Arena? Well, so far it is my favorite expansion for the game. Now there have only been two, this and the Turning the Tide expansion. I just had a lot more fun playing as these characters. I don't know if it's because Fletch was designing some more villainous, or, even though they're heroic, they got a little bit of slant towards anti-hero characters, but they played in such a way that really suits my playstyle of the game. I know that Fletch said his favorite character is the Horn King. You can check out the live stream. We had a lot of great interaction with him. That link will be coming up again at the end of this video. And what's really cool about the Horn King, and I did misplay him during the stream, is that whenever you get a victory point, you're going to get the opportunity to keep putting more and more of these cauldron dwellers into play. And you've got different cards that will let them move around the map and allow you to also attack and deal damage to your enemies with those dwellers. He's also has quite a bit of health, meaning he can tank some damage and is very good in a lot of different situations. A very fun character to play. Definitely one of my favorites in the entire game so far. I surprisingly enjoyed Mother Gothel. I don't know if it's because she can be sneaky and stealthy and has a few cards that deal a ton of damage. So that was very cool. I liked the way her ability worked. The fact that you could see what was at the top of the other opponent's deck and basically get yourself a little bit of inside information as to what's coming, and then also gain some positive traits for yourself, which I thought was just very cool and one of my favorite aspects of her character. The other thing I really enjoyed about her is when you are able to spend the resources and power up, she lets you banish 2 cards from someone else's hand. Unless they have something that lets them draw more cards, you're effectively reducing their hand size. Now that felt a lot more powerful than it should be, but it was very fun, and I think it was actually a key element in terms of me starting to take go in the direction that I did on the live stream. I almost said a spoiler, maybe you figured it out, but you'll have to watch it to find out exactly how that all ended up. And then we had Jack Skellington, who had a lot of really good cards. I liked the abilities that he had in terms of just movement, dealing with characters on the map, the separation between some range and melee attacks. I felt that he was very versatile, but he's probably my least favorite character because I didn't really enjoy his special ability. Now, all the characters have some really well-balanced cards. I do think that everything that's been put into the box is incredibly thematic. Also, if you're looking for a Halloween or a dark-themed expansion, it works very well in that sense. And it goes with the name Thrills and Chills. It's a solid expansion to the game. I don't really have a ton to discuss and ton to talk about without really getting to a ton of detail about the minutiae of the characters. Not something that I really want to do. I will say that I think everyone is going to enjoy this expansion, especially if you do like Disney Sorcerer's Arena. This is a continuation of this game, and it's taking in a direction that I'm really enjoying, and it's got me excited for more. Now, you'll probably hear Julie's thoughts on this expansion in a future episode, because when we do get the next one, I'm sure Julie and I will be playing together in that point. Unless it's Ryan and I on live stream, then you won't, but I'll definitely try to make sure that you can hear her thoughts probably when we review a future expansion. So what is my score for this? I'm going to give this a 7.5. I think it's great. It adds a lot to Disney Sorcerer's Arena. And if you do enjoy the game, I think this is one that you absolutely need to check out. And on that note, I'm going to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when our next video is released. Also, down below in the video description, you'll find links to all of our social media feeds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you'd like to see some pictures of Julie and I playing Disney Sorcerer's Arena, Epic Alliances, you can find that on those feeds. Also down there is a link to multizone.ca, a great Canadian game store. Click that link if you're looking to pick up any games from the op. So this Thrills and Chills expansion, Disney Sorcerer's Arena. Click the link, you'll get 10% off your next purchase, and it's a great way to support the channel as a portion of that purchase is returned to us. And then popping up in front of me are going to be links to some of our previously released videos. Over here will be our most recent release, and over here it's going to take you back to the live stream that I did with Ryan of Mr. Rouse Gaming, so you can see how these characters play in, on stream and in the flesh. And on that note, I'm going to remind you to keep playing games.